Just before sunrise, and we are full at work. Kids are planting seeds. This is our cover crop for this year. We also added a little bit of sunflowers and some other seeds into it. So it's a little bit of a different mix than yesterday. Yesterday we had only 2 kinds of millet and peas, or cowpeas. Today we added a couple of sunflower seeds as well, and basically a bird mix. So there's a couple of weird things in here. So that's millet, sunflowers, cowpeas, and then that is a kind of bran, that white one there. We'll be cutting, why is it not focusing? There you go. We'll be cutting the grass. Eugene is also part of the planting. Eugene! I found him sleeping with the children on their bed this morning. When I walked out, we leave the door open during the night. You know, at least they're protected. So this is our life. This is how we start today. So we have a very jovial mood this morning. Manette is saying, this year we will not struggle. Look at all of the seeds. And Matthew is saying, this takes me back to the village. Look at all of this. This is going to be fantastic. And then Manette says, yes, remember, we get free water from the heavens. We get free water from the heavens. Why should we not use it? We've let Brenda out. She had a bloody discard this morning, so we're going to call the vet again to try and figure out what the story is. She seems happy. Baby seems happy. I think we've got a good thing going. So we're gonna have her just run outside. We're planting her camp. There's not a lot of places where she can escape. We're closing that gate on top there. And then there's so much grazing that I don't think she's gonna wanna walk away. And then we're closing the other side of the farm. The guys are quickly moving some thorn branches to close a piece that's not fenced in there. We're not only doing it for her, we're also doing it to keep the neighbors' cattle out. This morning my wife said we need meat. She wants to go and buy groceries and she needs meat and this and this and this. And so I said, yeah, we're not really in the buying meat kind of business. So Imsa was also busy weed whacking this morning, and I thought, what a silly thing to do, using all that petrol and all that time to cut weeds when we can have built-in weed eaters. And so that is what I'm thinking, is buying a couple of these ones just for a month or 2, just to lower our meat bill and to get to cut the grass back so we can plant. We herd them as much as possible, and then we plant behind them. While we were at the auction, we dropped the trailer to lift the pig food. There's 2 guys that lives on the street that's always helping us. In exchange, they come and they clean this area for me. They help us load, and then we give them first pickings basically. They each get a box and they fill that up with food that they can eat. And so much of this food isn't spoiled at all. It's still very, very good. But still feeding 2 extra mouths and giving them a little bit of a job for the day. So I think it's a good thing. Okay, so this is loading the last sheep. There is a makeshift trailer at the moment just to get them home safe. Okay, so there you go. This is now goat and sheep territory. There's some coming off there. And we put Brenda in the garden in the chicken garden just for a couple of minutes. Just so there she's out of the way, so we can move these ones here. It's been a while since this camp had any sheep on. And tomorrow we'll quickly have to put a shade up for them, or we'll have to open here, clean here for them, so they can be under the shade during the heat of the day. They'll stay in here for a week at least, just to get used to the area and see it as their safe space before we let them out at all. And then it's also Dioge's first time. Is it Dioge? Dioge's first time seeing sheep and goats. The vet is gone for the week. Only be back on Sunday. And oh, I see there's some sheep outside. That's not ideal. It was quite a story. We had to tie her leg so she didn't bite me again, or kick me again. And then we have a small hog tie or a cow tie on her legs. So Morimi can milk her a little bit. We're not trying to get any volume today, we're just trying to get her used to it. What do you see?
Dit lijkt meer soos 'n borsluisbyt.
A small bite, like maybe an insect bite or something. Okay, so she's enjoying her food. She was very unhappy with the vaccination. It is 30 mils and it is a big injection. But we really need to clear up that infection. Really need to clear up that infection. She's had a bloody discharge again this afternoon, so I'm very worried about her. So after the injection, we just want to give her some power food and get her used to humans in the manga, and then we'll take it from there. And also wants to try, so we're gonna. Can't wait so we can show the township kids as well how to do it. Morimi and them, they do it when they do it in the township. Come my Ben, is it coming? Do you enjoy it?
Tomorrow morning will be perfect time to.
Tomorrow morning it's going to be good. I think tomorrow morning early we must milk her and see what we get.
And put a bit of coffee.
Huh? In the milk in the coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's going to be nice if we don't have to spend $80 a day again on milk.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Well, actually it's closer to $90 a day. You can buy a lot of cow feed for $90, but our milk in the shops are so expensive, so this is going to be cutting our budget so drastically. So today was a much more hectic day than I anticipated, and I must say I became so overwhelmed. I said to my wife at one stage, I just want to lie in a corner somewhere and feel sorry for myself. It's all worth it in the end though. My brother used to say if it was easy everybody would have done it. So if you feel overwhelmed a little bit today, know that you are not alone. I am going to, let me show you quickly, fill that chair with my wife and I. We are going to sit there and have a coffee and look at our purchase for today. Now, this might only be for a couple of days, it might only be for a month, it depends. It is strictly a pressure grazing operation. Taking money that would have lied in the bank account for a couple of days and just turn it into something that we hope grow. We paid good prices for the meat. We spoke to the auctioneers afterwards and they said we paid actually very good prices for what we got today. And we got lucky because the auction was very full of livestock today, and so the prices was lower. In any case, tomorrow I'm just going to have Minette and the kids. I'm not going to have the teacher and Minette's daughter coming to visit. Somebody asked me who is Eugene. Now Eugene is, it's a long story, but he's a child from town and he also needed some place to sort of escape to, and he needed some work and so on. He doesn't know anything about gardening and doesn't know anything about anything at the moment. He's still also not old enough to work. I think he's 17, but we do pay him. But I'm not sure what the laws are regarding child labor and so on and so forth. But he doesn't have school. He's not in school, and he doesn't have anything to do with his life. So he comes here, he gets fed, and he gets taught. Minette has taken him under her arm. Some of the guys are teaching him nice things and how to do all of these things. And so that is how he fits into the whole story. He's got loads of potential. He's made his own garden at their house. I was there this afternoon, and so I said they can have some seeds from me tomorrow, and so I hope that turns into something special as well. My exercise has turned into only twice a week, so I think that's a good thing, because I get up very early to get the people here at 6 o'clock, and I've been feeling it on my body. I've been feeling tired and feels like I don't fall asleep at night fast enough. So only exercising twice a week I think might change the way I operate, because normally I come home way after dark, and that's where I'm going to be able to sit here with my wife and drink a couple of things and look at the animals. I just went to go and scratch Brenda when I arrived now, taking people away, and I think she's forgiven me for giving her injection. She really, I think it's very therapeutic to her as well when I do that. I think she likes me as well. I go in there, come home, come in, scratch her whole body, and first she wants to see what I'm doing if I'm not going to the calf, and then she sits and she allows me to scratch her. Therapeutic for her and therapeutic for me as well. Baby is happy, and I think she's going to be okay. I'm quite sure. She hasn't, other than the bloody discharge, she hasn't shown any other signs. She's been eating very well, she's been drinking, she's been manuring. All the vital signs that you look for in a healthy animal is there, so I think that's a good thing. Anyways, that is going to be the end of my story. I am so happy about this. It was a bit of an impulsive decision today, but as I said, it's very liquid. We can fix it in a day's notice. We can fix this and change this, so I don't think it was a big mistake. End of my story. See you tomorrow.